during turkey season. Merriam Turkeys, Colorado, public land, do-it-yourself hunt.
Yeah, over-the-counter tag, anybody can do it.
And here we are with 2 birds. This is our opener because we literally planned on one of us getting a bird, not both of us, and then the other was going to turn into videographer and another hunter. But
And caller.
what ended up happening was
we
a really exciting double hunt where 5 birds came in front of us, and I shot one and then Stefan shot the other. So we never really did do an opener, so this is going to serve as our opener here. And we did try to get a little footage. Stefan had the GoPro on his head. We have a brand new GoPro. We listened back, we played it back, and we had the sound, but
the whole thing unfolding, you could hear everything, but somehow the camera got stuck on the frame, which I've never seen before. I mean, you could hear everything, and it should have been moving, but it was literally stuck as the video audio was working. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully we can salvage it. I don't think so, but at least we have the audio.
Yeah, we have the audio, and
let's have the battle.
And then we did a little bit of a recap of the hunt, which you'll soon see. But yeah, it was really exciting. We had hunted all morning. We were actually headed out. Stefan caught a fresh track in the snow.
Yeah, we're driving out, and I just looked over because it was on the passenger side.
Yeah, it was on my side. He said, "Hey, is that a fresh track?" I said, "I don't know." So we stopped the car. He got out, he took a look, he said, "This track is fresh. This just happened within about the last hour or 2.
That's that, yeah, not even.
I mean, we've been hunting together 15 years, and every single time this man says this is a fresh track, we have either picked up our heads and there were the animals in front of us, or we've caught up with them in a matter of no time. And that's what happened here. About a 10-minute walk after he found that fresh track. He spotted these jakes, a group of 5, and
we'll see with our recap.
We'll show you the rest.
Get this one, get this one. Double, baby. Good job. Am I rolling?
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, you're rolling.
Hold both.
Oh my gosh. It's an opening day, and Stefan and I just spotted a group of 5 birds, and he knew better enough to come around and try to intercept. He knew where they would come, so we both took a position. I got one, he got one. 2 birds opening day. Can you raise your neck?
Unbelievable. I wish you guys could have come along for the whole deal here, but here's what happened. Here's the short recap. So we came this morning, we hunted hard, we saw birds right off the get-go, but there's another guy that spooked them. So we came around, called, and they went around us. We went and looked at the tracks, and then we're on our way out. I mean, we're like, well, let's just head on out. So I'm driving, and I'm driving on the left side here of this road, and I could just tell that the snow had just been disturbed from the other side on the last So I tell Allison, look on your side, is that a turkey track? And it was really fresh. I mean, really fresh. Because it was snowing, so I could tell. It was super fresh. And that's what led us to the 2 turkeys we just shot. So here's the deal. So I said that fresh track, I knew it just happened because it was snowing earlier. So follow me. So what happens here, there's a big knob, all rocks, and then there's a gentle slope, and then it will go down to the road. So I knew that that bird, at least there was one, had to follow the outside here, and there's a bunch of meadows and some timber a little bit. So what we did, we just circled around to the next meadow, and sure enough, the birds were there. There were 5 jakes, and then I told Allison to stop, and then you know, they slowly turned around and came right back this way. So then we just circle right back to this meadow, not even 150 yards from the truck. So I was here, I see the birds starting to go behind some of the trees. They were headed towards Allison. So I just moved a little bit so I could have an opening. And then as soon as that first bird popped out, Allison dropped it. I mean, that bird didn't go anywhere. Then the second one, there's 5 jakes. The second one popped out, shot it. He started wobbling, and then I finished it with the second shot. I went running, and that's what you're hearing with the audio. I'm just running straight down after those 2 shots, and we're high-fiving, getting all happy, and I look at the GoPro, it was running. I thought everything was fine, and obviously not. So we'll have to do something about that, because that's a big bummer. But let's go see the birds. But Allison did great. Perfect shot. I mean, dropped it. So our plan worked.
So where we are right now is where the birds were coming out. And Stefan, like you just saw, he was 40 yards up this hill, sitting in a tree up top.
Right there, in that little hole.
And then I was about 40 yards downhill.
Yeah, you were 40 yards. I just ranged it.
You can see right there.
Yeah, at the base of the aspen. So
so where we're standing right now is where we each had a shot. And so I saw the bird coming out, and I got the first shot. So I shot, and mine dropped. And a second after I shot, I hear Stefan shoot, reload, shoot again. And the next thing I know, he's coming running down the hill. And he thought that it was on the GoPro, like you said, but you can hear all the sounds for what happened. But hopefully it's not stuck. When we go to play it back now, it's been stuck, but we're hoping that we have some footage of it. But let's continue on to see those birds.
2 birds down, unbelievable. It all happened so fast, it's mind-boggling. So we're gonna have some nice eating here. Beautiful Merriams. It was Allison's first Merriam turkey, and you know, they have beautiful colors. I mean, those Merriams, you know, we're used to hunting Easterns, and the difference here is those white feathers here, see? Right there, and then the tips, you know, are definitely lighter on top. So just beautiful birds, you know, great eating. So we feel blessed. Happened so fast. We're gonna make some nice cutlets, and we'll show you how, and I'll show you how to dress the birds. And hey, I wish we could have gotten more footage, but it is hunting, and sometimes, I mean, we really want to harvest our birds, and I mean, can't complain. So, Allison did a great job. She really impressed me. I thought it was just a little far for her, 40 yards, but I mean, obviously not. So we had practiced. Our pattern was great up to 35. We didn't check 40, but obviously it was good enough. So yeah. So here, just gotta sign my name. And my gun. Always a good feeling, punching a tag. And obviously, for April, gonna tear it. Here we go. 2 birds, opening day, and the sun is trying to come out. So I'm getting hungry. Allison's getting hangry.
We are so hangry.
But hey, we got her done.
So that was all the footage that we got of this hunt. Sorry that it wasn't better footage. Wish we did have better, but you know, we're meat hunters and we're hunters at heart, and we are new to trying to capture our hunts on video. And I really give kudos to the YouTubers out there who do a great job filming and hunting. It's just the two of us. We equally like to hunt, so it's hard to hunt and hold the camera. But that was the footage that we got, and next we're going to take you home to our kitchen. First, Stefan will show you how he processes the bird. So if you go hunting and you get your own bird and you're not really sure how to clean it and harvest the meat out of it, he'll show you that, and then I will show you how we prepare at least one great meal with this turkey.
And I might even show you, I will actually keep this fan, and I'll show you how to preserve it the way I do it, because you know, it's Allison's first Merriam. Turns out pretty nice. The feather's in good shape. So I actually show you how, if you want to save it as a souvenir, very easy. You can do it yourself. So a little bonus there. So
we're gonna get these two birds home, and thanks for joining us on this awesome hunt.
Opening day.
Opening day, double.
It's not
double
easy.
Merriam.
Colorado, I mean, it's not easy. Public land. I mean, I've been scouting for the last couple of weeks. I've barely saw any tracks. I'm just being honest. I mean, I was a little bit down. And then all of a sudden this morning, I mean, we're in the right place at the right time, obviously. We're very happy with our birds here. And the turkey's phenomenal. So,
Absolutely.
We're excited.
Yeah, we eat a lot of red meat, but we don't get a lot of white meat, so we feel very blessed.
Yeah, we're not going to be picky. I mean, it's just the deal. I mean, I wish I got that big gobbler, but at the end of the day, I mean, to be able to get a double, and very exciting. Good job.
Good job.
We made it back home. Now it's time to dress the bird. Now a lot of people seem to think that you have to pull all the feathers, which would be quite a chore, and I don't find a need to do that. All I do is basically breast the meat out and just debone it. I just take the meat, especially that chest meat, very easily from the breast. So let me show you. Starting from the center here, you know it's center because you have the beard, you know, little beard, but so what I do is, you know, a lot of times I'll just keep it souvenir, so I just go underneath that little beard.
The attachment?
Yeah, the attachment. And that's it. We're left with that beard. And now it tells me basically where the center is. I mean, but you really don't have to do the upper part because the meat is a little bit lower than where the beard attaches. So you can actually feel, if you feel the bird, you can actually tell where the big center bone is. Right now, I mean, I can feel this is hard as a rock. That's the center of the breastbone. So if you just go there and basically make a little incision, like I'm doing, underneath the skin. You're just trying to get underneath the skin. You're not trying to, yeah, there we go. There we go. So now, I can actually use my fingers to expose the meat. See that? It's all beautiful meat here. And then you can go and just do more of the same here. Now, you can use a knife. Now I'm at a weird angle because I'm trying to show you guys. You see if I slide over here, might be easier. Because usually I could go on the other side too. Just a little bit of work with the knife, and see, I can just get underneath the skin and expose all the meat right there. Let me go on the other side, it'll be easier. Here we go. So now I can just pull and expose all the meat, and I just get right underneath the skin and just barely work the blade here. That's the thigh right here. So you can pull that apart a little bit. So yeah, here we go. You got a whole breast exposed. Pull a little more here. Yeah, so all the meat is exposed right now. So if I pull the leg off, right there, can you see that? It's a lot of meat. Beautiful meat. Not a single pellet in it, thank goodness, because that's what we're going for. I mean, if you start shooting a little bit low, you're gonna damage the meat, obviously. So here's the breastbone I was talking about. That's the reference. So you basically just make an incision straight towards it at an angle. Then, because you don't want to lose any of this meat, it is precious. So it's just basically follow the bone all the way. And you know, you've seen what chickens look like in turkeys. I mean, you've had other turkeys. It's the same thing. I mean, same anatomy. So right here, go straight up. And then, just again, just working the blade at an angle. Just keep keep slowly doing it, so again, so you don't lose meat. See, I'm just gliding right off of this membrane here. That's a little bit at an angle. But look at this nice meat. Very exciting. Allison was saying earlier, we don't, you know, we get elk, deer and all, but turkey for us is really special because it is nice white meat that really, I mean, cooks well and it's phenomenal. So, look at that. I don't know if you can see. Can you see? So I'm just holding it. I mean, again, I'm trying to show it to the camera, so it adds an element of difficulty as far as doing it. But really, you can actually see what it was eating. A little bit of grass. So I'm almost done. Just keep on sliding on. So right there is the edge. And I should be able to pull the breast just like that. Yeah. Once you get a hold of it, just follow the bone. And again, it might be hard for you guys to see, but there we go. But the key is to get all the meat. That's it. I mean, I'm basically done right there. Once I get to the corner, I just keep on following the skin till the point where the breast comes undone, which I'm basically there. Yeah. You try to go as high as you can so you get all the meat out. So this bird obviously had been eating grass, which is pretty normal for turkeys, especially in the spring. I mean, the grass literally just came up this week. And look at this beautiful meat. Not a single pellet went through it, like I said earlier. Let me show you the other side. That might be what you're used to looking at, but yeah, that's big, you know, good sized breast for, again, not a very old bird. So that's as easy as it gets, I think. Instead of plucking the bird, you can literally just carve the meat right off the bone, and I'll do the same on the other side. I guess you get the picture. Then I'll show you how to do the thighs. Pretty easy. But yeah, I mean, I could literally do this whole bird in less than 5 minutes without even, you know, trying here. So a lot easier than starting tugging on the feathers and yeah, no reason. See, again, I can just pull just like that. I mean, I'm not kidding when I say it's easy. So I do all my birds like that. I mean, you could do geese. I mean, they all have similar anatomy. Geese, grouse, you name it. I mean, see, that's the thigh. We're going to do that next. Let me just keep the skin going while I'm at it. See, I can just follow all the way down. It's nice when you can get the blade under so you don't cut the meat. Leave the skin all the way down. Just follow the top. And that'll make it a lot easier after because, see, now I got my thigh already exposed. Now you can just kind of go around the leg. Now there's a little tendon all the way around, front and back. Once I do that, it's going to be really easy to pull the skin all the way off. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I don't know if you can see. Again, I'm trying here so you guys can see, but once you do it, you'll see it's really not that hard. But again, a lot of people are intimidated by it, so that's why, that's why we're showing it. People who've never gone for a turkey. See, now I've exposed most of the thigh. In a second, I'll actually pull it out and cut it right out. But again, I'm really happy. No damage to the meat. I mean, that's awesome. So here we go. Same as the other side. I'm just cutting right along the bone, a little bit at an angle. And then I'm just going to follow the bone. Just like that. I'm a happy camper. When I can get 2 breasts out like that and not a single pellet, I'd say we did some good shooting. Okay, there we go. Here's the thigh I was talking about. You could see earlier. So I just keep pulling. Right there, all the way down. Nice and easy. When they're warm like that, and you should really be doing your birds as quick as possible to keep the meat as great as it should be. Because, you know, if you let it sit too long, the heat, you know, because there's heat inside, you want to release that, just like any game, really. So you don't want that. There we go. So now that's all the way at the bottom. No need to cut any further. So I'm right along the spine right there. Make a little incision. Yeah, that's good. Now once I do the other side, I'll go even faster because you have the hip. So all I do is just pull like that all the way out. I could feel the hip socket pop right out as I did that. And again, just follow the edge, where the bone is. Same here. Hang on, messy, but that's it. Now further out I go. And so the skin is already, see, there's a big tendon by the hip socket. There we go. And then I just keep on following the edge. That's already the skin right there. That means I'm home free. I'll be able to pull it right off. Try it. That's it. Right there. Done. So I should be able to pull this right off. Yeah. Look at that. Now for the last part, very easy. You come up, like I said, I started doing it earlier. You cut the tendons front and back. Like I just did, you just go around the bone, really. And then a couple of ways, you could go a little higher, but I just find the easiest way is just to bring the leg back. It's going to pop the socket right there in that hinge joint. And I just broke all the ligament. So you can just keep twisting, and then a lot of times, you know, it'll come right undone. You could do it this way, right there. And here we go. So Allison's just, you know, making sure there's no little feathers left, getting rid of a little bit of the extra if there's any blood or anything. And that's it. I mean, easy step. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to get the turkey waterlogged, so you want to be pretty quick, you know. You don't want to let it sit in the water. You just want to pluck whatever little feathers might be there, and then just a quick rinse. And then what we're going to do is let it sit for a couple of days. It just helps to tenderize the meat a little bit. A little less rigor mortis that can happen. So you don't have to do it. The thighs that we're going to put in the crock pot, so it really doesn't make a difference. For the breast, yeah, a couple of days. That's what I do. They usually turn out great. You don't have to do it, but it's worked for us. So yeah, so here's one thigh, and you try to dry it out, so that's why we have a little paper towel there. So I'm just gonna make sure there's no excess moisture, and we're gonna repeat the process for all the other parts. Just finished cleaning it. Finished product. Here we go. Have two beautiful breasts like that. Again, I'm really happy. No pebbles at all in this one bird. Just like that. Gorgeous. And then underneath each of those breasts sits a little piece of meat like that, and that we just separate. And it's excellent eating. Very, very tender. Just like in a chicken. I mean, same deal. Butchering time. Butchering is a big word because here it's pretty simple. Let me show you how I do it. Basically, you have the breast, and then you have that smaller piece that's right underneath. So I'm going to start with that. This is very, very tender. So, but there's a big tendon, very big tendon right through the middle. So the way I do it, I'll just take the tendon out, basically. I mean, simple enough. So I like to basically scrape right off the tendon. See, that's the tendon right there. So it comes at an angle. So as long as you just follow it like that, it's like this, super easy. Just again, keep your blade at an angle, follow the tendon, and you're gonna be left with some nice meat. See, nice little fillet there. And then I'll do the same. I'll just flip it, just like that, and just like that. We got ourselves some pure meat, and this is as good as it gets. I mean, you could do whatever you want with it. I mean, cook it, shish kebab it. It would be nice actually on the grill. Really, really tender. Now, the big breast. So here's how I do it. I definitely want to get rid of all this white stuff here. So basically, just follow it, strip it right off, just like I did with the other big tendon. Now here, same kind of deal really. Can't really tell. Let me just cut a little bit into it. So same deal here. There's a big flat tendon, and then I'm just gonna follow like I just did for the other one. See, I just kind of gently scrape and push down, and that way I'll just be left with some beautiful meat. And again, there's many ways of doing this. That's just the way I've done it, and it works great for me. So hey, if you have a better way, by all means use it. But for me, it's just the way I like to do it. So I just pull and get all that flat tendon out. That's pretty good right there. Same kind of deal here. Again, might be a little harder for you guys to see, but I'm just doing the same here. I also might have to come around, but just was a little hard the other way. So you see, I'm just left with that tendon here at the bottom. Just gonna cut along that way. Good to go. Yeah, it is not really. Yeah, that's the end of it right there. I'm gonna get under. I'll pop it, then I'll show you how to remove it. Just like a fish, I mean, same kind of concept. Okay. And that's it. See right there. Brings me to the thicker part of it. Yeah, here we go. Now this leaves me with these two pieces. See all that nice flat tendon? Just gonna flip it. And then, again, just like your fish, like you'd be getting the skin off. Same concept. Then you just gently pull. And I'm left with that flat piece, meatless, the way it should be. And look at that, nice this way. And again, a little film in there, that's fine, that's pretty thin stuff. Now the other side, there's also some stuff here, right there. I'm gonna remove that. Just gonna get the end first, like that. And then any of the little extra trims that I'm taking off, that's still edible, I'm gonna put in a separate pile, and we'll be using the grinder for that. We're just gonna chop it to make basically burger meat. You could do turkey burgers, you could do chili. You know, we've done that in the past, a nice turkey chili, hard to beat. So yeah, this is a nice boneless piece. So, okay, now the bigger piece, that's what I'm going to use for the cutlets here in a second. Let me just get rid of this stuff here. Alright, now, again, big flat tendon here, or maybe not a tendon, but however you want to call it, that silver skin. So I'm going to go and remove that just like I just did for the other pieces. Now there's also a little film here. I'm just going to remove that while I'm at it. Alright, and this I'm going to keep for my... So it's okay to have a little, you know, silvery stuff for the chop meat. It's actually better. So it's okay to leave some of that, but for making the cutlets, yeah, I want to remove anything that might be tough. So here we go. And then I'll do the same on this side. And then we'll be ready. See, here I'm going to remove that too in a second there. Yep. So those are just blood vessels. Pretty normal. Standard. Alright. That's good. That's good. And scrape that off a little bit. Then this side, I'll start right here. Come at an angle. Just get underneath it and just glide along. That's it. Just get that filament off. There we go. What I'll do actually for the cutlets, let me show you. I just take this bigger, almost easier this way. That's what I'm going to use right here. That's the bulk of the cutlet meat. So right here you can make small cutlets, or you can just, again, I need some meat to cube for the chop meat. So I'm just going to put that right here. But really, it could have been used for cutlets. So you must be wondering how we end up never having to buy meat. It's because we package our meat, and we package it well so it lasts a long time, at least for the year. So here's how we do it. So for the turkey, the breast, I just, you know, made small packages. I'm just wrapping it 2 or 3 times nice and tight in saran wrap. After that, I'm using freezer paper. I go at an angle, pretty easy. So let's say, you know, corner to corner here. I start here at the bottom. Make it again as tight as humanly possible. Start rolling about midway through. Pull both sides like that. If there's any extra, just roll it back over. Now for the bottom, just give it a nice little slant towards the middle. Point towards the middle, just like that. That's good. Again, keep rolling, but again, as long as you keep it tight, everything's good. Now for the thighs, super easy. Once they're all cleaned up, remove, you know, any kind of little extra fat. dry them out. Now, some people would say, how do you actually store those? Because it kind of seems tricky. What we do, we put them in a crock pot just like that. So all I have to do is really use plastic wrap and wrap them up nice and tight. Again, you really, anytime you wrap any meat, you want to make sure it's airtight as much as possible. So it might seem like I use a lot of it. Again, I've had some thighs, sometimes 2 years later, like, you know, just as fresh as the day I've, you know, put them in the freezer. So the way I do it, again, it's just so nice and tight. The other end, and I'm not shy. I use as much as I need here. Now it's ready for the aluminum. I just find it easier to use aluminum to make it, again, a tight seal. So I'll just go like this. You know, you have kind of two parts to this, so it's hard because of the band, you know, to make it totally straight. So I kind of keep it nice and tight. I'll do one more after that for the lower part. The upper now I got pretty much covered.
So Stefan just finished slicing the cutlets. Here's what we're going to make for dinner. And as we said earlier, we don't get a lot of white meat in this house since we only eat what we hunt, and we hunt more red meat than white meat. But one of our favorite recipes is cutlets. It may be kind of common, so we don't really have to teach you how to do it. But as you can see, anything that you would do with your chicken or your store-bought turkey, we can do with our wild game. I just add a little bit of oil. I just really drizzle. This is olive oil. And I just drizzle the cutlets with some olive oil before I egg them. One time I oiled them by mistake, and Stefan said, "What did you do different? These are really good." And that's all I had done, is put some oil before I egged them. So just going to take the cutlet, egg, and I just wanted to show you, this is Italian style panko breadcrumb, and we really like it with a little bit of kick. So to that I add just a little bit of red pepper flakes, just to give it a tiny bit of a kick. I'm just going to mix that up a tiny bit. Okay, and just like you would any other cutlet that you probably do at home with your chicken or your store-bought turkey, just going to bread them. And put them on this plate here. And we're going to do that until they're all done, and then we'll throw them on the stove. So our turkey breast is breaded, our cutlets, and they're ready to go in the pan. I'm just going to prep the sauce. We like honey mustard dipping sauce, so I just put Golden's mustard in this bowl. Just going to add some honey. About equal parts, but a little bit less honey than mustard. Again, in my kitchen I don't measure much. I go by taste. So I'm just going to mix it up. That's it. Honey mustard sauce is literally just honey and mustard. And it is so good. Those cutlets dipped in a honey mustard sauce is amazing. Okay, so I'm using some avocado oil. The pan is real hot. Okay, and then we're just going to place them in the pan. I love that sound. Alright, I think they're ready on one side, so I'm going to begin to flip. Oh yeah, beautiful. Ta-da! The main course of our dinner. Colorado wild Merriam turkey with honey mustard sauce. Mmm.
Winner. Got a winner. Wow. So tender. You wouldn't believe it. It just melts in your mouth. I mean, I don't even really need a knife. I could use my fork to cut it. And it's just so tender. A lot of people will think that wild game is tough, but it really isn't. It's awesome. It's moist. It's not dry. And you can actually taste the turkey, which a lot of store-bought chicken and turkey, you can barely taste the flavor. But with this, it doesn't have any wild game to it. It just tastes the way it should. And yeah, hopefully you guys are as lucky this turkey season. If you've never been turkey hunting, definitely get out there. It's a hoot. Obviously it worked out for us on opening day, but you know, most of the times it takes a little bit longer than that. So you ought to try it. If you get a turkey, you gotta promise me, try these cutlets and you won't be disappointed. Very simple, but sometimes simple is best. You know, there's all kinds of other recipes you could do, but keeping it simple, I mean, it's worked for us. And hopefully you enjoyed our episode here. Sorry about the limited footage. Our GoPro failed, and it's tough. You know, we were really hoping to get more footage. If somebody was going to get the tag filled first, the other person would have been filming, but so be it. And we definitely have more turkey hunting coming this season. So I have a tag in 3 weeks from now, and should be for a Rio Grande turkey. So I'm pretty excited. Then we'll definitely get some better footage because I have the tag. Alison will be filming, so hopefully you can join us for that one. And hey, if you like what we're presenting here, definitely subscribe and click the notification button if you want to be notified when we release a new video, which we have a bunch coming up. We've had a little bit of backlog, but now there's a bunch coming. We've got some spearfishing, we've got all kinds of stuff coming up, and also some Rio turkey. So, and definitely leave some comments. Let us know what you think if you try it, or if you have any other recipe that you like that you want to share. We're always open to new things. It's just, you know, that's one of our go-to turkey recipe. And also, we made a video for the thighs in the crock pot. Phenomenal. So that'll be posted soon after too. So hope you enjoy, and until next time, awa! Can't wait to eat this. It's torture talking while this nice turkey's here. I'm waiting for me to taste it and enjoy it. I mean, just no words really. I mean, speechless.